Since March of 2020, more than 40% of fitness facilities throughout the country have permanently gone out of business. Now, we could point to the obvious as to why it happened. I think everybody would immediately know where to point. But there's 60% of people that didn't go out of business. And of that 60% of people that didn't go out of business, a good portion of them actually are having a better 2021 than in 2019. In fact, our numbers at my companies have already, as of August, so 8 months into the year, have already outperformed all of 2019 revenue. And I only work with fitness facilities. I only work with fitness studios. So how is it possible that that happens unless maybe the idea is that it's not just one variable that took so many people out. Maybe all that one variable did was expose a lot of other variables. That a good economy and maybe a good ad platform was able to mask. See, when a good economy to me is like bowling with the bumpers on. You guys know what I mean by bowling with the bumpers on? You can't mess up. Like a 5-year-old can come throw the thing down and it's gonna hit pins. You're gonna hit some stuff. You may not get a strike, but you're gonna hit something and you're not gonna go in the gutter. It's a good economy. When the economy normalizes or goes down, it's like taking the bumpers off. And now we see who can really bowl. And we'll also find out who winds up in the gutter. And the only way you don't end up in the gutter is if you at least know how to bowl well enough. And the strikes belong to the best. Would you guys agree with that? All right, great. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna talk a lot about one of the pillars, just one of the pillars of running a really good business. There's 4 really good ones. And I think a lot of people spend a lot of time in a part of one of them, which is the people and the culture. I think this industry alone is a collection of helpers and givers, or a lot of them, right? And so we want to have great workouts, and we want to high five, we want to motivate, we want to inspire, we want to encourage. And that's not just our members, but that's our employees, our kids. Raise your hands if you feel like it describes you and your people best. Yeah? Yeah? Okay. So the unfortunate part of that, it's only one part of one pillar, right? That pillar, people and culture, also includes recruiting, hiring, firing, promoting, all that stuff. And then the other pillars are systems, processes, which also includes strategic planning. There's also finance, which is knowing what to do with your money, not just in the business, but what to do with it outside of the business when it's not in use in the business so that it can grow while you're doing this. Which is very important. A lot of people probably already heard this, but you don't want to keep most of your money in savings if you can avoid it, because that's just another way to pay tax. And then the 4th pillar is sales and marketing. This is an important one because sales cures all. Most problems can be improved with more revenue that has good profit attached to it. You need better people. Higher revenues can afford better people. Okay? You need more leads. Better revenue can afford that. You need to upgrade your facility. We can do that, right? You guys make sense of that? Now, we've gotten to work with, like Roger got to mention, we work with a lot of 7-figure studios. We work with a lot of businesses that are not only doing 7 figures, but a lot of them doing pretty damn close, 60K, 70K. In fact, we give out awards for people that are doing 60K, 83K, and 100K. Anything below 60K to us is you haven't gotten there yet. 60K is really that first milestone to where I believe that is where freedom starts to kind of begin. It starts to feel good. We have people in place that we can afford while also having profit, and the business is able to run without you. There's 2 main things that have to happen in order for us to be really successful as franchisees, because you could have one location. If that's the dream, great, run that location incredibly well. But if the dream is to have 5, 10, 20, 30 locations, the trick is you have to, number one, make sure that your facility can get to maximum capacity. There's no point in opening up a second studio if the first one's only got like 20%. You don't know how to get it to 30 or 50, right? So get it to maximum capacity. And number 2, have it running without you. You can't be at 2 places at once. So you've got to make sure that all your facilities are able to run without you. And that's where all the pillars actually help you with. Now, the best studios we work with have these figured out. So I'm going to go ahead and run through some of this with you. And I don't have a ton of time, so I'm going to go pretty quickly. And just know that I'll hang around after if anybody wants to talk a little later. So for those of you that don't know me, like Roger mentioned, I'm the founder of Loud Rumor. We've now worked with over 2,000 fitness studios within 56 franchises inside of 10 different countries. And I'm very proud of the data that we have. Our data is actually public to all of our customers with the formulas so they can see where all the members stay. This is in our Platinum program. In our Platinum program, the average person that works with us inside of their first 30 days increases monthly revenue by $6,700. Now, within 60 days, they increase by $11,241. Guys, this is average. This isn't the best. Obviously, there's people doing less. There's obviously people doing more. But if you guys are average, you should be there. If you consider yourself a little above average, should be a little higher. You get the drill. The trick is you don't need a better workout. That's where a lot of people spend too much time focusing. In fact, Rockbox is raise your hand if you believe Rockbox is a badass workout. It's a great workout. And obviously, as it evolves, it's going to get better, but it's not the main thing to fix. What a lot of people tend to forget, not just fitness, but all small business owners, is that when they become a business owner, they leave the last thing behind. How many of you guys, prior to opening up a Rockbox, was a fitness professional somewhere, doing something? Personal trainer, general manager, something like that. Okay, a couple of you guys. So you are no longer a fitness professional. You are now a business owner that happens to be in the fitness industry. You open up a dental office. If you're the owner of the dental office, you're no longer a dentist. You have a practice within the dental industry. Now, you can still practice that if you like, but first and foremost, you are an owner, and you've got to do owner things. So you need two things. You need a good business, and you need a good sales process. Ooh, the timing, though, the timing. Thank you, thank you. I want you to go with me everywhere. Okay. There's no relationship between being good and getting paid. This is actually something that one of my mentors, Joe Polish, shares quite a bit. There's no relationship between being good and getting paid, but there is a huge relationship between being good at marketing and getting paid. I'll give you an example of that. Anybody in here Italian? Raise your hand if you're Italian. Or you got Italian in you? You want to be. You're only human. So for now, stand up real quick if you are Italian. Stand up if you are Italian. Or you got Italian in you. Look at that. Proud. They stand up proud, right? That's the one culture that stands up proud. Okay, now don't say, I didn't say sit down. No, stand up, stand up. Italians can also be lazy sometimes. So now keep standing if you would say you're actually like an Italian with culture behind it, like you're eating Italian food, you even have some random things that you'll say in Italian or people in your family say some stuff. Okay, a couple of you guys. Okay, great. You two, what are your names here? Dominic? Yeah, my son's middle name is Dominic. I wanted it to be his first name, but they chose Julian. And then Dennis. What's your last name? What is it? Hauser. It doesn't sound Italian, but I guess you're in there. So here's the thing. You guys eat Italian food. You know good Italian food. Yes? Okay. Is Olive Garden good Italian food? To you? No. To some of these people, they go, it's the best Italian food ever. To these guys, they're like, that shit is not Italian. It is not. However, why is it that they've withstood so many economic downturns when they don't have really good Italian food? I mean, it's not bad food, it's good food, but it's not the best. In fact, I've seen so many great Italian restaurants that I've personally enjoyed going to go out of business. Would these guys continue to stand? Why is it? Because it's not about the food, just like it's not so much about the workout. Now again, it doesn't mean you have to serve crap. They don't serve crap, but they just don't serve great food. And so when we can really understand the importance of building a great business around the product, then it's great. If we can do both, knockout punch. So we got to master your sales and marketing process. First step is you've got to have a really great marketing plan. That's your first step. If you want to have a really great sales part of your company, that process, you have to have a really good marketing plan. And part of that marketing plan is that 90% of your leads must come from non-digital, meaning not from Facebook, not from Instagram, not from YouTube. And by the way, a big part of my company is digital advertising. And so it's easy for you guys to think, like, this guy's crazy telling us, why would we even sign with him? I don't know. You don't have to. My point is, regardless if you sign with me or not, if you do on the ad side, we should only be 10% of your leads that are coming in. You've got to be constantly creating new lines, putting new lines in the water in order to make sure that leads are coming in. So there's amateurs and there's professionals. Amateurs add, professionals multiply. An amateur, yeah, we added 5 new members this week. A professional goes, from those 5 members, we've gotten 20 referrals. And from those 20 referrals, we signed another 8 members. From those 8 members, we got about 35 referrals. From those 35 referrals, we got another 15 members. From those 15 members, you follow? That's just one line in the water. There's many lines. We actually released an episode. It's on our YouTube channel. We do like 2 or 3 videos a week. Just search Loud Humor. And it's 5 lines, 5 most powerful lines in the water outside of digital, and how to basically execute on all of them too. So it's like an hour-long video. So it's really good if you guys get a chance to watch that one. It saves us the time here today. Next step is you want to master your TI, which is your telephone inquiry. Now, a lot of you guys might be saying, Mike, I know how to answer a phone. I definitely know how to call someone. I don't think you do. Very famous Jerry Seinfeld line, right? I don't think you do. I don't think you do. And the reason I know that is because there's a franchise that we work with, and I'm not going to say the name because that's not what we do, but just know that they've got a lot of franchisees, a lot. And one of the things that we got challenged on by their CMO was, Mike, we need better leads. Now, to me, this is tricky when I hear somebody say better leads. I don't really understand what that even means. And we're going to talk about that in a second. Actually, let's just dive in right now. So, because it burns me a little bit. So, stand up if you guys buy not just what you need, but you buy what you want. Stand up if you do. By the way, if you're sitting down, that means that, like, those are the cheapest clothes on earth. You have a bicycle, and you have no television sets, no cable. Yeah, stand up, dude. Yeah, I was gonna go like, your kids eat rice only? Like, all right, so you guys would be considered good consumers because you guys buy what you need and what you want. Sit back down. Okay, now raise your hands, save you a little energy. Raise your hand if you believe that most people want to at least be in better shape than they're in right now. Most people. When I say most people, I mean like almost everyone. I mean, even Arnold Schwarzenegger in his prime would have taken 1 pound more of muscle and 1% less body fat. Would you guys agree? And that was Arnold Schwarzenegger. What do you think the nurse that's 30 pounds overweight's feeling? She definitely would like to get to at least 20 pounds overweight or 15 pounds overweight. So there is a lot of people, most people want to be in at least better shape. Okay, great. So we now know that most people buy not only what they want, but what they need, but they buy what they want, and we know that most people want to be in better shape. This is important because what a lot of people say is, Mike, I want people, if you're going to give me leads, I want people that are serious about working out and getting in shape, and they have the money to do so. Well, we just addressed that. Because the average American has $5,331 in credit card debt pre-2020. This was 2019 numbers. $5,331 in credit card debt, of which more than 80% of that credit card debt is listed as non-essential, predominantly in the categories of entertainment and luxury. What that means is when someone says, I can't afford it, they still buy it if they want it, right? Because could they afford $5,331 worth of those things when they put on a credit card? And it stays on the credit card, they don't pay it off that month? Or no? No. But they got it anyway. Because you want something bad enough, what do humans tend to do? We get it. We find a way to get it. So we know that they can or can't afford it, doesn't matter. They'll get it if they want it. Trick is getting them to want it more than they want that credit card debt, right? And the other things they put on there. So maybe the sneakers that they bought for $120, maybe the sushi lunch they had for $60. They wanted that sushi more than they didn't want that credit card debt. Make sense? That's all it is. So we got to master the TI, and the TI process is the phone call. This franchisor called me, CMO, he said, Mike, we need better leads. He said, okay, what are we talking about? He goes, Mike, a lot of people don't answer the phones, and when they do answer the phones, they don't book, and when they do book, they don't show. I said, okay, let me do this one thing here, and let me call you back tomorrow. He's like, okay. I called him back. We've got a video where I bleeped out the name of the franchise, and I bleeped out the names when they answered the phones, but it's called If I Had a Nickel. And I sent him this video, and we made it like a game show, like a 1960s game show, like if I had a nickel, like this whole thing. Basically what I did was, I said, what if I had a nickel for every time somebody that should have booked an appointment, it was that easy, it was a lay down, and they didn't, and I got a nickel. How long would it take for me to get to $1? Now, how many nickels equal $1? 20. How many phone calls do you think I had to make at 3:30 on a Wednesday? Not like Sunday night, 3:30 on a Wednesday. How many calls do you think I had to make before I got $1? Meaning 20 people that didn't book a lay-down appointment. Huh? 21. No, 21. One person booked me. 11 didn't answer. 3:30 on a Wednesday. 2 people answered similar to this. Hello? Who's this? It's Travis. Who's this? Mike. I thought I was calling, and then I said the name of the franchise. And he goes, oh, yeah, that's me. I'm the owner. Huh. Okay, well, I'm looking to book an appointment. And now this part is similar to the people that did answer. This next part after this. Oh, hey, I'm looking to book an appointment for me to come in and get in shape. What do you guys typically charge? Now, most people took about a minute to answer that question, which is a long time. And then they go to book me. They say, yeah, you come in. I go, hey, well, look, is it okay if my wife comes with me? Yeah, she could totally come. Okay, can I give you a call back after I talk with her to make sure that we can set a time? He's like, by the way, when I say he, I mean most people do this. Oh, yeah, we're not going anywhere. Just give us a call back here, same number. Okay, cool. Now, here's the funny thing. I spoke for this franchise after I did this. And I used that example with them not knowing that it was them I was talking about. By the way, it's not you. Them not knowing it was them I was talking about. And as I did that, pretty much the whole audience was like ashamed for those people. It was them. They were like giving me a look like, Mike, I would never, it was you. You did this, right? So the CMO knew it. But the point was, they didn't know how to actually run a TI. Most people are not trained on how to do it properly. There's ways to answer the phone to where you just book an appointment and you never have to talk about price. You never have to talk about your programs. We literally teach it. It's very simple. What's your name? Brooke. Okay. You're calling me now. Okay? Hi, thank you for calling Rockbox. This is Mike. May I ask your name, please? Hey, Brooke. How are you doing today? I'm great. Brooke, are you a member of ours? I'm not. Oh, okay. No problem. Well, Brooke, do you live in the area? I do. Oh, whereabouts do you live? Oh, perfect. Have you been in here at all before? Do you know anybody that works out here? Well, you want to change that? All right, perfect. Well, we actually have a really great offer going on right now where anybody that's in the area can come and work out here for an entire week for free. It's complimentary as long as you live or work in the area. You said you live right down the road?
I do.
Perfect. So it's a free week. Really quick, give me 1 or 2 of your biggest goals, Brooke.
Looking to build a community for myself and looking to get fit.
Okay, check and check. And really quick, Brooke, just in case we get disconnected, what's the best phone number to call you back on?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Awesome, awesome. And also to help prepare you for your first class, I'm gonna send you a really, really cool video that explains to you how our workout works. It's about 1.5 minutes long. Can I do that? Is that okay?
Absolutely.
Perfect. What's the best email address for you, Brooke?
Rockbox Fitness at whatever.
Got it. Perfect. And Brooke, how'd you hear about us?
Drive-by.
Drive-by. Oh, sounds gangster. Sounds great. Well, hey, Brooke. Well, hey, Brooke, I'd love to get you in. Are you more of a morning person, an afternoon person, or evening person with your workouts?
Morning.
Morning, I love it. Early morning or like late morning?
Let's do mid-morning.
Mid-morning. To me, that's like 9 o'clock, 8 o'clock. What about you?
That sounds right around the time I like to work out.
Perfect. Well, tomorrow morning, we've got one of the most popular classes in our entire program, and actually, this instructor is awesome. This would be a great first experience for you. And we actually have a few spots open, which is weird, but we have a few spots open for that class. So tomorrow, since it's at 9 o'clock, can you be here at 8:30 a.m. tomorrow?
Absolutely.
Perfect. And like I said, this is one of our more popular classes. Typically, it's filled up. Did you want to bring 1 or 2 people with you? Who did you want to bring?
Let's get my mother booked with me.
Oh, perfect. Okay, so we'll get what's your mom's name?
Vicky.
Okay, sounds great. I'll let you go ahead and let her know. I'm going to book her in. And then is anybody else? We have one more spot on top of that.
What's your pricing?
We're perfect. We'll get into that really quick. So pricing, is there anything else you want to know about our program? Do you want to know how it works a little bit as well?
Sure.
Perfect. So pricing and how it works. And do you know exactly where we're at?
Yes.
Perfect. Okay, so we're going to cover at least the first 2. Sounds good?
Absolutely.
Okay, perfect. And then who else did you want to bring to the free one? Did you say there was a third person?
My next door neighbor.
Your next door neighbor. Excellent. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and get you set up for all 3 of these spots. These spots are typically reserved for members, so just make sure you let me know by end of day today if they can't make it. Is that fair enough?
Absolutely.
Okay, as far as our pricing goes, there's different programs. They range, I don't know, what's the lowest price? I don't want to know per class. What's per month? $149? $149. Okay, as far as pricing goes, it's between $150 and $200 a month on a monthly, but you get a free week, no charge whatsoever. Sound good?
Sounds great.
Perfect. Can I absolutely count on you being there?
Absolutely.
Perfect. Last thing I need from you just to reserve your spot is a good credit card to keep on file. We don't charge it. It's completely complimentary. It's just in the event that you don't show up, it's like a $12 charge, but you'll for sure be there, correct?
I will.
Perfect. I'm ready when you are. You don't have to give me the credit card number. Okay. Okay. But who led that call? I led that call. Because I led that call, she followed. I took it over from the beginning when I asked what your name is. See, over here, you gave me leadership right away as a customer. How can I help you? That's it. I'm in charge. Now I ask a question. You, by social rules, will answer the question in a statement. Then I ask another question by social rules. That's how we keep a conversation going. So you're literally asking me to lead the call, and he who leads the call wins. Make sense? This is something that most people don't do well, which is why most people can't get people to book, can't get people to show, can't get people to commit, can't get 2 or 3 people to show up every time they come in. I didn't even just book one. I got 3 for one. My conversion rates are great. Make sense? Okay, it's got to master your TI, incoming and outgoing. Also, you want to book 2+ every time and collect credit card to book. You just saw me do it. Okay, guys, could you do what I just did with practice? I mean, if you guys memorized the song ever, you could do this. I mean, it's less than a song. You want to build your follow-up plan and execute. Who here is a studio manager? Studio manager. Who's a studio manager? Brooke. Brooke, what's the amount of times you call someone before you don't call them anymore? It doesn't stop. Okay, good. That's okay. I'll take that answer for sure. A good answer for me is anything between 16 and up, right? And then after that, you could put them in a nurture campaign. But remember, if you're generating a lot of leads outside of digital, you should have new, fresh meat coming in all the time, which means at some point you're not going to be able to follow up with older leads that often. But if you aren't obviously getting a flux of leads all the time, then you could follow up forever, right? So, but I think anything above 16 is good, but you always want to be getting fresh blood in at all times. But you want to build up that plan. What's the actual plan? How many times am I going to call you on day 1? How many times am I going to call you on day 2, day 3, day 5, day 7, and so on? Next is sales presentation. It begins at the door. When the person walks in, this moment is not us becoming friends. This isn't us getting you signed. I'm not a salesperson. I'm not a friend. I'm not a coach. I'm a presenter. I'm a showman at this point. My job is to take you through a series of rehearsed steps that if I was sick and someone else took my spot, it'd be the same show. And everything that's part of this tour is strategically done in order to get you more and more sold. So by the time you even do that free workout, it's a done deal. You're already sold. Now, I want you to think about this for you guys. How many times were you sold on something before you actually took it for a test drive? Maybe it was a workout, maybe it was a pair of shoes, a jacket, maybe it was a car, right? Raise your hands if you've been sold on something before you test drove it, just because of whatever it was leading up to it. A Mac, an iPad, right? And then once you got it, really all it was doing was validating you, and that was it. It was easy. The best studios that we work with sell this thing way before. The workout now at this point is just to determine how much they want to spend. Make sense? But if you have a week tour, meaning I'm just showing you where stuff is, like, and there's the bathrooms, and over here we've got this, and over here we've got this. No, so here is this. Now this is important because this, and this helps you with this. Make sense? Yes. Okay, great. Now come over here. Have you ever done this, by the way? Yes, we all have, right? And go through, right? So there's a process that you take people through, and every studio is different because we all have our own value propositions. A value proposition or a sales proposition, these are things that separate you from the competition. Now here's the thing. Every fitness studio says we're different, right? Which basically makes all of them the same. Right from there, by definition, right? I'm different. I'm different. I'm different. I'm different. I'm different. Okay, clones. You're all different. I get it. We're all different. So you got to find ways to look at what you do. What is it that separates you? Even if it's just perceived that way, that separates you from the competition. This isn't easy. This is like a day of you sitting down with your team and really looking at, like, what is it that we can actually do that separates us? What are our competitors not talking about? Let's not look at matching our competition. We don't want to sing the songs. We want to make the music, right? It's different. Be a voice, not an echo. So we want to see what is our competition not doing. Let's change the conversation, and let's be over here. Let's not match them or be better. Let's be different. Different's better than better. So the sales presentation begins at the door, and it ends at the close. You want to master the intake form process. How many of do you guys have an intake form process? Yeah, good, very good, very good. That intake form process is so important because it allows you to overcome objections before they ever get a chance to come up. If you don't want an objection, the intake process is set up for that, right? So now you know the biggest objections are money, right? What are you currently doing? What are you talking? Let's talk about your food. How much are you spending typically on food, fast food, that whole stuff, right? What about activities? What kind of activities are you doing outside of this? Time. If you were going to work out here, circle the days per week that you come in. If you were to work out, what days per week do you typically like working out? Who here is supporting you? So it looks like you got a spouse here, so he's supportive. He knows you're here. Yes, okay, great. So there's things that are done. Again, all this is trained. We teach all this. I just want to make sure for the sake of time, and Roger was so generous to give me more time. I don't want to disrespect and go too much over here. You got to introduce him to Committed Claire. Committed Claire is the person it's a name, an avatar, for a person that's so bought into your business. Raise your hands if you have a Committed Claire. Somebody that's like a loyalist. She drinks the Kool-Aid 100%. Yeah? Okay, great. So you want to find ways to introduce prospects to Committed Claires. Okay? So, hey, John, really quick, we're going to get you set up right here. Actually, I'm going to set you up next to Dennis. Dennis has been with us now, like 2 years, Dennis? Yeah? He's been with us for 2 years. I think you've lost like 35 pounds since then. We're so proud of him. He's done incredible here. And Dennis, really quick, this is Joe. Joe, it's his first time here, but he's excited. He wants to know a little bit more about it. Is it okay if Joe kind of stays by you while doing the workout? So if he gets lost, he can kind of follow your lead too? Is that okay? Okay. Joe, one of the coolest guys I know, one of the most committed, motivated guys I know. He literally helps, whether he knows it or not, he inspires other people to do great work here. So I'll let you guys take it from here. I'll be right back, okay? Law of reciprocity. What's Dennis going to say to Joe when I walk away? How awesome this place is great. He's selling for me, okay? So you want to create salespeople out of your members, okay? Committed Clairs. You don't need one. Like, you could have 10, 30 committed Clairs. It's up to you. You also want to show options and don't talk, just show. A big mistake that a lot of people do when presenting price is they talk. Remember up here I showed you this and I go, I'll let you look at it first. Because I knew what was going to happen. You were going to read ahead and hear half of what I was saying, and maybe if there was a buzzword, it would draw your attention back to me, but if not, you'd stick here. Would you guys agree? Same thing with pricing. So, all right, Brooke, so here are the different options that we have. Now, you can see this option here, this more like this. I like this. She's not listening to me. She's reading ahead. Her eyes go where she wants. I'm second, which means 50% reading, 50% listening, nothing's 100% in. Make sense? So we're crushing the opportunity. What's better to do is actually create a pricing program in a way that it's such a no-brainer. If you have, you could check out my Google or YouTube Mike RC Decoy Effect. Mike RC Decoy Effect. It'll show you how this works. But you want your options to sell for you. So all you have to do is this. All right, Brooke, so these are the different options we have. Which one of these stands out to you the most? Not which one do you want to do, not which one do you like, not which one are you interested in, not this is the one I think you should do. Which one of these stands out to you the most? The reason it's so important that you structure that phrasing that way is because one of them stands out so freaking hard that she's answering that question, this one. Yep, that's the one pretty much all members picked. Actually, Claire, that's the one she's on as well. So perfect, welcome to Rockbox. Let's get you all set up. Done. Make sense? Okay. Oh, thank you for the one clap. I think it was that seemed to have been a pain point for you maybe. And you want to upsell at the point of sale. The best time to sell is at the point of sale, okay? So Brooke, sounds good. This is the one you want to get. Yeah, we're going to get you all set up. Also, hey, Brooke, really quick. I noticed that you like these type of leggings or you like this jacket or whatever. Did you guys sell retail, correct? Yeah, of course you do. Okay. So we got these really quick. Come over here. Check out these pants and this shirt right here. Here, go ahead and look at them real quick. This right here is a first-timer's favorite. And I think it would look great on you based on just what your style is already. You want me to add these to it? You actually get 20% off or 15%, whatever you want to say. You want me to? You actually get 10% off because it's your first time here today, so it's your best deal ever. Want me to throw it in? Yeah? Perfect. I'll get that in there too. And we got some wraps here too, and we've got some. Do you take supplements currently? Do you guys sell supplements? Yes? Are you taking supplements currently? What are you taking for pre-workout or post-workout? Okay, perfect. So is that the one we sell? It's fucked up. Okay, perfect. So that's a good general supplement. The supplements we have here are specific to this type of workout. It's specific to this type of workout because you're expending energy in a very different way. So this one, this one, this one, and this one are the ones that our best members take. Out of these, did you want me to get all of them or did you just want to pick like 2 or 3? Which ones? You want all of them, don't you? Just, look, get them all, and how about this? I'll give you this one for 30% off. Fair enough? All right, welcome to Rockbox. Right, so upsell at the point of sale. Now, if anybody here is going, oh, I think this is going to make people feel uncomfortable. Dude, you just had them sweat like an animal for an hour. They're already uncomfortable, number one. Number two, they're wanting to do it. Guys, think about what the average person does. After they buy a gym membership, the first thing they do is buy all the stuff to go with it. They go shopping for clothes, they go on Amazon, they get new sneakers, they get supplements. Do you guys agree with that? We already know they're doing it. Why not get them stuff that was specifically designed for this workout and save them the energy? It's easier for me as a consumer. Stop projecting that they're going to get offended. And start projecting that you'll make more money, because you will, because that's what the best are doing. And I appreciate as a consumer when they actually do it for me. Okay? Next, you want to get 3 to 5 referrals at the point of sale. Every sale, you want to get referrals. We don't have time to get into it, but we've got tons of videos on it. Again, you can just email me, mike@loudrumor.com. I'll get it to you. But every time you sign someone up, you get 3 to 5 referrals. You ask for 5, you're happy with 3. This means you sign up 30 members, you should have gotten at least 90 referrals at the end of the month. This is how you begin the process of multiplying. Yes? Okay. Been a while. Bonus tip. Use data. Data is sexy. Data sells. If you study some of the greatest advertisers of all time, like Robert Collier or David Ogilvy, these are the madmen of the ad industry, what they'll tell you is that data sells. 30% closer shave, 15% less fat, right? You guys seen these before. They work. So 92% of our members are 50% stronger in less than 60 days. Does that sound like a bold claim? Raise your hands if you think it's a bold-ass claim to say 92% of our members get 50% stronger in 60 days. That is a bold claim. If you're saying that's not a bold claim, that's crazy. That's a bold claim, right? Anybody that wants to, raise your hands if you'd like to be stronger. If I told you, hey, I'll get you 50% stronger in less than 60 days, or at least 92% of our members get 50% stronger, would you be interested? Are you pretty much half sold already? Great. How easy is it to do that? Very easy. By the way that we measure it. Dennis, here's what we're going to do. We're going to do a baseline to see where you're at today, okay? So let's go ahead and get you started. We'll do however many push-ups you can do. Do as many as you can. Let's say he does 30. Can I get him to do 45 in 60 days? Yes. Dennis, let's go ahead and do your next thing. Next thing we're going to do is a plank. Hold it for as long as you can. He holds it. Great, he did it for a minute. Can I get him to do 90 seconds in 30 days, 60 days? Yes. Now we're going to do wall sits. See how long you can hold it. Now we're going to do sit-ups. You get what I'm saying? So it's in how you measure it. You can actually create some impressive data that none of your competitors are doing, by the way, and it bothers the shit out of me because I've talked to them about it. But you can create some incredible data to where you can honestly say 92% of our members get 50% stronger or more in less than 90 days. 96% of our members lose 15% of their body fat in 60 days. What does that mean? They think it means if you're at 30%, you go to 15%, but what it really means if you're at 30%, you go to 26.5%, because 15% of 30% is 4.5%. Make sense? That's how data is done. You must track and you must be honest. Don't lie. That is a marketing rule you do not want to break. You always be honest in your advertising. Don't break marketing rules. Overcoming objections. There's a date example. You can go on our YouTube channel, actually email me, I'll send it to you. But overall, just know this. Ladies, raise your hand. How many men took you out on a date in the past and lost you before the drinks even came to the table? Raise your hands. Okay, so when he asked you for that second date and you said no, could he overcome that objection easily? No, because he didn't lose you at the no. He lost you at the drinks. It's the same thing. You're better served to master your sales process. Too many people focus on overcoming objections. It is a waste of energy if you haven't already mastered this. That boy that lost you, girls, is better served practicing how to be a better date than how to convince a girl at the end of the day to go on a second one when she's already sold not to. Does that make sense? Yes? So same thing goes for you as salespeople. You are much better served to not work on overcoming objections until after you've mastered your sales process to the point where most people are already sold before the workout, aka before the entree. Make sense? Yes? Thank you, my snapping master. Thank you so much, guys. I appreciate your time.